Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I really want to say something before I start my live stream, because it seems many people are confused about who Lily Mutambo is. For the many years since 2019, I've used YouTube to advocate for any injustice in Zambia. And I came to Facebook around 2020 because, Facebook is what many Zambians use. But on YouTube, I was already 120 something thousand followers on YouTube. That's where people know me. And this is what I do. I analyze situations in Zambia and I speak about them because I studied human rights law. And my whole analysis on everything that goes on around my country started when I had a module which asked us to do videos of advocacy, and that's how I started the confidence of building myself, of speaking on social media. So I'm not a social media personality that comes on Facebook and insult this one, dress anyhow. That's why you see me, I'm always dressed modestly. I just thought I should let you know who I really am. And when I see people trying to disrespect me on social media, I just look at them because they want to put me in their category of dunderheads, and yet I am a well-learned person that looks at these things. So first things first, guys, we are going to start with Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu still remains in South Africa in the morgue. He has not yet been buried because the government has contested against his burial in South Africa. Now, there's a lot of things that have gone on between the family and the government, and I've stated that the government needs to lift off the pride that they have. Yes, you are dealing with a family matter. Yes, we appreciate that Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu was a former head of state, but you also have to realize as well that Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu has a family who have their wishes and feelings. So how do we work together? By dialoguing. You don't use force, okay? And there's a lot of rubbish going on their pages, UPND media pages. And for me, what I can just observe from the UPND is all about power, showing that they're, in charge of Zambia. And that's the reason why many of you Zambians cannot say anything. You cannot speak, because if you speak, you are arrested. They brought in the cyber law. Thank God for Bill 7, which collapsed yesterday. It collapsed, collapsed. And I don't think it will ever rise again. Okay, the president wanted to put Bill 7 through, the parliament and, debate when people were busy with the funeral. And he obviously received a tip that, if this goes to the court, the Concord, and the court, decides that it's not a valid, debatable thing, which you haven't yet consulted people, guess what? He was going to be impeached. So he's been told before, I'm sure. That's how come he's decided to withdraw. And I want to withdraw my congratulations to him. No, he does not listen to Zambian people. He did it because if he didn't do it, he would have been impeached. Because the president should not break the laws. The president should follow according to the guidelines of Zambia. In the 4 years, we have only seen President Hakainde Hichilema and his government. All they do is talk about the Patriotic Front. Now, many of you may be wondering, where is this woman coming from? Where is she coming from? I have been very observant, and I just kept quiet because I was waiting for the right time. And this man, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, has made it the right time for me to speak. Now, each time I'm posting anything, I'm sharing videos, I'm sharing what's going on. You hear people say, this one is ready to wear the orange uniform. Well, shut up. So we can speak. I mean, thank God for the UN report, which has stated that the Zambian government has deprived its citizens of human rights. And when I was at university, we follow what the human rights laws are all about. That's why I have a master's degree in gender conflict and human rights. Okay. That's why when anything to do with human rights, I am there. Okay. I am there because I don't care whether Edgar Lungu was not your best friend or not, but he deserved justice even in his death. Okay. So whoever is insulting me, I don't give a shit, because you don't feed me. You are hungry with 2 kwacha bundles. I don't care. Okay. So the UPND agenda, sorry, Yes, I've always been a politician, Elizabeth Malama. The UPND agenda, we are now more or less like in a dictatorship. That's what I can say. Because there is nowhere we can have a government that wants to impose so many things so that the Zambian people could be fearing. We should be fearing. Oh, if you talk, you'll be arrested. So many people are being arrested for speaking out. Okay. I am here to bring out an issue with even Madam Honorable Member of Parliament of Chiengi. This woman is an independent Member of Parliament. Okay? Independent Member of Parliament. Now, the UPND agenda is, when you're an independent Member of Parliament, they want you as a Member of Parliament to side with them. If you don't side with them, guess what? They will find cases on you until you lose your seat. We have seen that on JJ Banda. We have seen that on Munir Zulu. And the next target is Honorable Gift, who is now being targeted. A little background about this woman. I've followed her for a long time. She's a pastor. Her husband, they're into Christian lives. They work so hard in their communities. And one thing I've noticed about her is she's a prayer warrior. She wants to do a lot of things for her community. And there are things that she's been doing in her community. And before that, she was also a person who goes to an international parliament where, you know, she represents Zambia. And the speaker has been one of the most biased people I've ever seen. One of the biased people I've ever seen. And I don't even know why she's even there. You could see this person is always on the side of the current government. Okay, so this woman wanted to go to one of the countries where they travel. She's been doing it before to represent Zambia. And the Madam Speaker feels you're not fit for that. Okay, there was a motion in Parliament and she contested. You know, Honorable Milupi said something in Parliament and she said, because he said, oh, all the PF regions that were being governed by PF, you know, like MPs of PF, we're not going to fund you because you received funding. And she contested. I am an independent Member of Parliament. Why would you categorize my constituency as part of PF when I'm not in any party? She swept UPND clean, hands down. So she walked out. She protested. Now, we have seen many members of Parliament, even from the current administration, walking out, singing, Twaba Wina, eh. They walked out and protested. And nobody arrested them or banned them from, you know, being part of the parliament. But she walked out and the speaker suspended her. And then she found somebody outside in the car park or in the area lobby, whatever, in parliament. And the person was trying to take pictures of her. So she told the person, why are you taking pictures of me? Why are you taking pictures of me? And the woman, the honorable said, you shouldn't be taking pictures of me. And only to find out later that the person was trying to take pictures of her because, you know, the way the UPND are working, they study people's minds. They know this person has a temper, this person has this. So they'll try, of course, they'll tickle her for her to say something. So she told that person something. MPs came, they ran, told the guy, delete those photos. After they deleted the photos, guess what happened? Someone said, you need to be paid. They're really trying. Oh, after they deleted those photos, guys, your comments are distracting me. So after they deleted those photos, guess what? That guy went to the police station to file for an assault. Okay? She never touched him. Okay? Guess what? This guy said, she called me son of a what? This and that and that. The next thing, she's slapped with a court case. And next thing, UPND starts telling her, if you are not on our side for Bill 7, we are going to make sure, you know, you lose your seat or blah, 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 because that's what they do. Side with us, okay? All those Princess Kansune, I'm very disappointed with them. I thought they were for the Zambian people. It's all about their stomach, okay? It's all about the favoring the government of the day and the president. So she's refused to work with them. Guess what? She's slapped with cases. So as we speak, she's the next target. She's the next target. They want her to lose her seat. This is the first time I'm seeing UPND, okay, or any government that has so many seats that have been nullified and there is by-elections. Their target is next year they want to win. Now, what UPND don't know is that the Zambian people are silent, okay, for a reason. Forget about the people on Facebook praise singing. Those are people who are paid to praise sing, okay? They are silent. That's why you see, as I'm speaking, they are going to come and insult me, disrespect me, call all sorts of things. I don't give a shit, okay? Because this man is lying in a morgue, and we have a president who is hypocritical Christian that has posted on his page, go and see my comment, happy Sabbath day. I asked him one question, Mr. President, sir, are you really a Christian? And if you are a Christian, your friend is lying in a morgue whilst you preach happy Sabbath day. Who are you preaching to? Munir Zulu is in the cells. He's in jail because he uttered something. Of course, they knew he had a careless mouth. So they have to frustrate him. Okay? They have to frustrate him. And at the end of the day, he's in the cells. Bowman Lusambo has lost his seat. So many of them have lost their seats. All we have seen for the past 4 years is UPND revenging to their enemies. It's like they waited to be in positions to revenge. And they expect 2026 to be voted in. Of course, that's the reason why the president has put his friend, a cadre, Madam Zalomes, as the ECZ chair. Okay? And those of you who know where she lives, go and see how many cars park at her house. So many cars are parked there every night. They're having meetings. What meetings? We don't know. Is it plans to rig next year's election? Because of the desperation of the UPND to win next year's election. Okay? Our former president, Dr. Edgar Chagwa is no more. We have heard even Cornelius Muta testify that he was a fierce competitor. Now that he has died, why are we competing over a dead body? Why? Why? Why are we competing over a dead body? You've brought in so many laws that have made us realize that you used us, young people, to advocate for new government. And as soon as you entered in those positions, you gave yourselves jobs, denied us of any opportunities to even be near you because you know we stand for the truth. And bought Pilato and that lady, Laura Miti, or whatever, so that these people cannot speak. Because they were the people who were classed as giants. And then Lilian Mutambo rises from somewhere. Oh, she's bitter. No, I'm not bitter. I will not allow a government to bring dictatorship in our country. Okay? No matter what. You can say all sorts of things that you want to say. Cadres are saying all sorts of things, disrespecting people. I don't care. But one thing I can guarantee you and I can assure you, 2026, you will be shocked. Okay? Okay? 2026, you will be shocked. And no matter how all these useless pages are trying to say, I say those things about Dr. Edgar Chagwa because at that time they were appropriate. This is 2025. Edgar Chagwa is no longer the president of Zambia. He is the former head of state. He's being denied an opportunity to go and receive medicals. Then you start attacking me. Then I know you are feeling my weight. And I will continue to say this. If you don't kick out UPND next year, you are looking at another 5 years of torment. Because what we are seeing is people who in every department have put only one kind of people in those departments in Zambia. You think we don't know, but we know. We visit offices in Zambia and we know the people who are in charge of those offices. And you think the Zambian people are happy. And you think the Zambian people will be clapping and say, yes, he's a leader. Because as far as I'm aware, Hakainde Hichilema came into power to revenge to Edgar Lungu and the PF. Somebody from the UPND posted to say, the day Edgar Lungu is buried, that's when PF would die with Edgar Lungu. So, was that the agenda? Is this the type of politics we are doing in Zambia, which is so dirty that all you are doing is wishing people death? Okay? How many people have died within a short space of time? And you say, oh, it's cancer. Of course, you are a contributor for them to die. Because if you had allowed Madam Nawakwi to go to India, where she was supposed to go, she would have been alive. But you knew she was a very, somebody who spoke a lot against Hakainde Hichilema. And you made sure, you even said statements like, if she can't come to court, we are going to go to her house to have court session. You say that. You have no human compassion. That's why you can even drag a widow to court. And by the way, guys, do you know why Mama Esther is a target? Let me tell you. According to reliable sources, Mama Esther was the brain behind the husband standing back as a president, okay? Presidential candidate. That's why you're seeing them punishing Mama Esther. It's revenge. To show her that your husband is normal, you are next. And they're not going to come to Zambia now, obviously. But they are targeting that family. Tormenting. You look at how they've been tormenting Mama Esther. Oh, Edgar Lungu still has his immunity. We didn't do anything. But you were tormenting his wife. Why? Because you knew she was the brain behind telling Dr. Edgar, just go back to politics. It's fine. You know, in any relationship, any couple, okay? A wife has a lot of influence. And Mama Esther has that much influence and power. That is why you see them targeting her. It's not like they are trying to, no, she stole this, no, then it's this, They know that she's the one who is the brain behind, my husband, you stand. If I tell my husband, you take part in politics, he will take part in politics because we've talked as a couple. But if I say, I don't think so, my husband say, okay, since my wife doesn't know. That's how couples are. So Mama Esther is a target because she is a political enemy. Tarsila Lungu is a target as well because she is a giant who carries the spirit of her father. And the UPND have paid media pages. And you see, if you notice, most of the media pages in Zambia, they can't say anything against the UPND government because they are being paid. That's how they eat, okay? Zambia is not monetized. And they are paid through when they post such things. So you see them posting mockery. Posting Tarsila Lungu crying, okay? And people be laughing. I post the same picture on my page. And I say, it is well, Tarsila. The comments are emotional. Why are they bringing that mockery on the family? It's because that's what they've engineered. They've engineered that kind of hatred. They're pretending they're very good people. Because Hakainde Hichilema said it himself. We are tired of mourning. We can't have indefinite mourning. And then what does he do? He sends the Attorney General to file for an injunction to stop the burial. You are fighting Edgar Lungu in his death. When he was alive, you stopped him from going ahead with elections because after he was only a president for 7 years. He served for 2 years. And now you want to be greedy because power is so sweet. You want us to approve Bill 7 so that you should be in position for 7 years. Well, 2026, sir, you are going. 2026, unless you manage to wipe out everybody by putting them in jail. Unless you manage to put KBF in jail, Mundubila in jail, everybody, because that's the plan and the strategy. I can guarantee you the Zambian people are not happy. And I cannot stand here and watch you mess my country up, or because there is cyber laws. I will speak about it. You cannot be depriving women to be in parliament, taking people to jail because they made a silly comment. You make sure that a case grows from something small to something bigger. Why? Because that's what you want. No matter how much you send people to attack me, I am telling you this. You cannot stop the force that God has put up on my life. And that's the reason why God has put me away from my country. So I can speak for my people. Okay? And I cannot be loyal to you because, I was part of UPND. If I see you doing injustice to the Zambian people, I will speak about it. Zambians now, they comment, even the Malawian was asking me, and Nigerians, Why are Zambians commenting, do you have a lawyer? Do you have a lawyer? What is that? Go to Malawian pages. People are commenting, okay. Go to pages for these other places. They are commenting, okay. You are paying people 2,000 kwacha to disrespect. Mwizu Kanji said something which sounded very disrespectful about Chifwema. Guess what? She's given an appointment. You are an ambassador of goodwill. So, only people who disrespect Edgar Lungu are rewarded. And because I'm speaking the truth, I'm an enemy. President Hakainde Hichilema, we stood for you. We stood for you on my platform, Lilian Mutambo. We stood for you on Lily Mutam's TV on YouTube. And I can tell you, I am very disappointed with the way you're taking Zambians. I am very disappointed because at one time, we would stand for you. We would say all these things. Why are they depriving you from going to this place and this place? And you did the same thing, and people are comparing you to the former president. You've never been a president until now. And guess what? You showed love to Edgar Chagwa Lungu when he died. When Edgar Chagwa Lungu wanted to go to the hospital, you never cared. You never gave a damn. But you were the first one to dig the grave as quickly as possible. And you expect the family to just say, okay, he's being kind. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense that somebody who was my enemy will now be the first one to dig the grave and say you will lie here. That is wickedness. And I'm telling you, Zambians are watching. Any prayerful Zambian is watching. We are seeing Freemasons freely now to expose that they are doing this. They are doing this in Zambia. When we were told about the Masonic culture, we thought it's just one of those things that politicians use. Now we are seeing it live in our country. Where did we go wrong to put you in that position? Where you deprive Zambians from speaking. The Masons are free to do whatever they want in our country. You've also brought so many things which we can speak about. That is why even Trump has decided to ban Zambia from the visa. Even right now, Trump has given you 60 days to reply. All the human rights that you're depriving Zambian people. You expect me to be clapping because I love you. A person who tells you the truth loves you. Mr. President sir, you are unadvisable. And that's why you keep on making mistakes. You never consulted the Zambian people about Bill 7. And you thought you would go ahead with it. And thank God for Munir Zulu, who stood his ground and petitioned to the court with that man Celestine, the youth chairperson, is the chairperson for the Tonse Alliance. You are mocking the family of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. The embarrassment that we're seeing even all over international media is very, very painful. International media are making a mockery out of us because the Zambian people, we have not united over this matter. What is so difficult for you to travel to South Africa and speak to the family? What is so difficult? You want to control the media by bringing a cyber law. When you were president, you used to have radio interviews. You used to talk about the Patriotic Front. You said all sorts of things. You used to have the radio station follow you in your house. You have refused to leave your house to go and live in State House. And you want Hakainde Hichilema, you have refused to leave your house to go to State House. But you want Edgar Chagwa Lungu to lie in Embassy Park. Where is the hypocrisy here? How much fuel is spent on you to travel with you from your house every day to go to State House every day? And people say it's an office. This is the first time we have had a president in Zambia that does not listen to what the constitution says. A Zambian president must reside in State House. A Zambian president must reside in State House. You are the first one. So even Edgar Chagwa Lungu will be the first president to be buried outside Zambia. Why? Because you don't want to listen to advice. I begged for a long time. I asked for many videos that are there on my platform. I kept on saying this. By HH, go and plead with the family. Go and plead with family. Shut up. Cyber Record Clan. I don't care. I can't even speak at cyber. Uka. Not here. Go and see on Twitter everywhere where the British people are speaking against the British going to war. In Zambia, I cannot say, Isanyo. Isanyo. Sanyoko. Not here. I can't speak. Because I'll be arrested. Nobody and no idiot can arrest me. As long as I stood my ground and I made sure that we voted for Hakainde Hichilema, we used to have live streams to speak for him. Even that idiot that is doing videos about me, we stood for him when he was arrested by the Patriotic Front. And I raised $2,000. You understand? So I will not allow anybody to come and tell me I cannot speak. I will speak. First of all, the way Edgar Chagwa died, the way he died, there is a lot of conspiracy theories. And regardless of what you say, we have seen you mingling with people who are your enemies. They are now in State House. So if you come and collect my video of 3 years ago, when I spoke about Edgar Lungu, you will now come and bring it in 2025. Why? Because you want to show the Zambian people, look, she's not straight. It is you who's a dictator. A dictator sends people to start attacking kids on media who are speaking instead of you listening. We don't have democracy in Zambia. We have dictatorship. Because if we had democracy, you would allow people to speak. If anyone says anything, you just see, even when people are commenting, you just look at their names. You understand, okay, they always insult you, blue back. Do you know what? I don't care. You cannot disrespect this woman who has won her seat independently in Chienge, and now you are targeting her. Why? Because she's an independent MP. She should support you. JJ Banda is in exile. Chulufia Tayali used to say a lot of things. He's in exile today. Okay? Chela Tukuta was rewarded for insulting Madam Nawakwi. Anyone who insults your enemies becomes a good person. That's why Mwizu Kanji has been given and you know what? I shared that for people to see the type of people we are dealing with. There's no way I can support anybody mocking the president, the one who's late. Tule kwata na Ubuntu. You understand? There is politics, there is also Ubuntu. When this person needed support with health, you look after him. But if the person wants to come in politics and is fighting you, then I'll say, Bama politics ni chan. Tisieni, why are you asking for freedom of speech when you used to deprive us? I can say that. Because it happened during the Patriotic Front. Do you know how many pangas some of us escaped? And you expect me to still be a person that will celebrate to say, oh, I'm part of PF. When I remember the pangas that were there, of course I will not. But I will stand for what is right. Go and beg the family of Edgar Chagwa Lungu. Go and reconcile. There is load shedding. Your load shedding now is worse than it was. The Zambian people are suffering and living in abject poverty. You printed new money. That money, I've not even seen it. People still have the old notes. The new money is not even in circulation. It tells you how people are struggling. You have put Madame Zalome's Upnd cadre, your friend, to be an ECZ chair. That is pure corruption. You cannot put your friend there. Madam Speaker, I don't know whether you are friends. This one is Speaker. This one is what? This one in this position. The council director is this one. The police is this one. All the people you are putting there are people you can speak to, even on a phone call as a friend. And then you'll be there, PF was corrupt. PF left us in debt. Trying to blind the Zambian people. Trying to blind the Zambian people. Like you are the best leader. You've never been an MP. You've never been a minister. This is the first time, straight. And I tell you, it was a big mistake to bring Hakainde Hichilema as a president. Because he's too pompous. A president should listen to what people are saying. You cannot be this pompous. South Africa. We've become news. Now South Africans every day, that's the news they're reporting on. They don't have any other news. Upnd. You have even taken it outside. BBC has reported. NBC has reported. Malawi has reported. All these countries, they are reporting. Even their presidents are seeing. President Hakainde Hichilema, who is your friend in Southern African region among the presidents? None. Because they're upset with certain decisions you've made. You brought a whole army camp whatever those camps, they are camping those soldiers in Zambia. Something that all these Southern African country presidents said, no, you allowed them in our country. You think we don't know these things because we're there talking about this social life and that social life. We know all these things. We watch. We read the news. You cannot be a president that is not advisable. You nearly broke the law with the constitution. If not for some people maybe tipping you off. That's how come now you are able to save yourself. Otherwise, we would have been impeaching you. You cannot be a leader that doesn't listen to any advice. A simple thing now, which we can take this man, bring him and bury him in that grave, which remains open. You want to take it round. Now you're going to court. Which taxpayers' money are you going to be using? The Zambian people are suffering. And they're using their taxes to go and start fighting over Ichidumbi. Useless debates. Useless. Instead of feeding the Zambian people, you are spending thousands and millions of rands to go and fight over Ichidumbi. Pathetic. When people, they are fighting for their countries to get scholarship, you are fighting for Ichidumbi. Ha! Oh, no. You are an embarrassment to this generation of Zambia. You are an embarrassment. Upnd, you are an embarrassment. To Chagwa. I've never heard this kind of thing before. That a leader is crying for a dead body. I've never. Oh, we want to bury him in dignity. You have been told to stay away. Why don't you stay away? There's so many bishops in Zambia that can delegate. You want to be part of the funeral of an enemy. You have refused reconciliation. That's why I said if you don't reconcile, then stay away. But if you reconcile, you can preside. How do you preside over a funeral of somebody you denied to take to the hospital? Zambian people, hey, boma ni boma. What if you zombie? You are zombies. People are fools to support idiocy. You sent order to fight for Ichidumbi International. Do you know how much money they're going to pay? A lawyer in South Africa is paid 5,000 rands per hour. Do you know how much 5,000 rands is? Now mkwatana obunga munganda imwe. Oh, to body. Wakala tpera man moneni. Tuleshta to Pamela. And yet the suffering now is even worse. And you expect me to be quiet because now I'm a lawyer. I cannot be loyal to a dictatorship. Where you're denying people to even speak. It's a disgrace. Yeah. To Chagwa. To Chagwa. You go and fight for Ichidumbi. You go and fight for Ichidumbi. In an African country. Another country. You mean you don't have to go to the other presidents and speak to them and see how you can dialogue with the family? You embarrass us like that? You become the first president in the whole of Africa to fight for Ichidumbi. The whole of Africa. You have made history. You have broken the record as administration that went to fight for a dead body. Oh, but Kaunda, Lungu did this. Can you compare Kaunda to Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu? A founding father of 27 years. This is the father of the nation that founded Zambia. Went to the UK, came here to sign for independence in 1964. Of course, everybody would want to see where this man that, the independence of Zambia lies. That's why. That's why even my Edgar Lungu, and based on the relationship they had, he wanted to honor this man. I've shared videos of Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu giving presents, birthday, at Wakeke's thing. So he thought, no, let me honor this man better than this. Not kumutwala kumushi. But PF did this to Keke. Can you compare Keke of 27 years president? 4 years in presidency. All we have seen is how insecure you are. Edgar Lungu is going to run, to jog. You are insecure. Edgar Lungu is going to church. You send people. You can't have this meeting. Edgar Lungu is going to do this. And now you'll be sending zombie. This zombie to insult me. That zombie, even if they insult me. The truth remains the truth. The whole interest in the body is not about the Zambian people. If you were really concerned about the Zambian people, sir, you would have gone to South Africa and spoken with the family. But you are here using Attorney General to go and farm in South Africa, paying lawyers money, whilst an average Zambian does not even have water in their house and a bag of meal they are suffering. You understand? And the praise singers will be there. President, Bali. Do you know how their own people are enjoying mine deals? Whilst they are buying mine. Do you know how their own people, are enjoying? Do you know that we don't speak doesn't mean we don't know? They are enjoying illegal mines, enjoying all sorts of things. Whilst you are suffering and just kwenu go. What is kwenu? You cannot embarrass us like this, Kuchalu Kwaben. You know what? There are things that you need to do with them in the bedroom. These are bedroom matters. You have taken to the South Africans. They are just laughing at us. Oh, the Zambian people, they cannot. And now, they send the wrong narrative to the South Africans. So the South Africans and other media should say, Lungu's family is being stubborn. They are not being stubborn. You have refused to reconcile. And they will not just budge because you have said come. Okay? And another thing I need to tell you, sir. If you think the people you are with are working with you, what can I say? Mwailasha. If you think the people you are with, the ones who surround us are working with you, you'll be in shock. Your people have sold you out. They've sold you out. People know now, they even tap phones now. They even send OP people to go to different places to check what's going on. Even churches. In church now, people cannot preach message. You will hear tomorrow the pastor will be summoned somewhere at the police station. You were speaking about this. You were speaking about this. How? Who is telling them? No. We cannot be part of your circus because of your selfish desire and ego to show that you are in charge. People, hey, are you sure you're coming to Zambia? So I cannot speak because I want to come to Zambia. I used to speak about Boma and Usambo. I used to come and no one touched me. We cannot live in a fear. Fear. Hey, Wazakugwila. Keke wonders. And we have seen it. We cannot be living like this. And you expect me to be clapping? Hey, she's upset because she was not adopted. What is adoption? I would rather stand for the Zambian people and eat my biscuit in UK than for me to be a member of parliament and be quiet because I'm loyal. Who wants to be loyal to such type of people who are very wicked? Every MP seat you want to collect because you are selfish. Now you want to take the MP seat of my Honorable of Chiengi by slapping her with offenses. You alone, you're slapping everybody with offenses. You want to make it a one-party state where only your party is in parliament, so everything is nya. Yes, it's nya. Because if you are doing something sensible there, you will make sure every other voice is heard in parliament. People will be there, yeah. Everything you say, yes, boss, because they are getting a parliament allowance. We cannot accept that. And if people are telling you lies, people are making you feel good, like, hey, that's it. Edgar is no more. PF is finished. Sir, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Nobody is desperate for adoption, Temba. I'm not involved in politics. This politics, I want to be involved. Never. I would rather speak for my people and enjoy a good life quietly. Who wants to be involved? Every day somebody does something, kujere. Somebody talks, kujere. At politics. It's not politics. This is dictatorship. Where you only want your party to be there. People are suffering. They cannot even speak. Even if you write Bali, my friend. 2026, there's no Bali. And you better be ready. You understand? It's the Zambian people that put you in that position and you must respect them. Don't put us in your tug of war between Patriotic Front and Upnd. disrespecting our pride and joy. South Africa, a baby of yesterday that we helped even in independence, is where you want to be fighting. You make it a battleground. Useless. Even Kaunda would frown if he was alive. South Africa that we helped recently to gain independence is where you want to be doing battleground of a former president. Embarrassing. Childish. Very childish. If your people have not told you, it's childish. You sat there, people don't like me because I'm Tonga. Who told you people don't like you because I'm Namwanga, but I like you? We are still negotiating with the family, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, injunction. Look at that. You have exposed yourself. And this level of wickedness is very bad. Me, I am disappointed in you, President Hakainde Hichilema. You have disappointed me for what I vouch for. For who I knew you for, you have disappointed me. At least on Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu's death, you should have shown Ubuntu. You have not tried. You have not tried at all what you are doing. And no matter what you say, you comment, I'm this, I'm that. That will not change the fact that this UPND government is useless and an embarrassment to the world at large. Have you ever heard all these other countries fighting for a chitumbi, a dead body? Nonsense. Absolute nonsense that you fight for a dead body. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, you pushed him out of the race. He's not eligible. Even to bury him, he's not eligible. What nonsense is that? And we should be clapping because you are in charge. We should be clapping. We are not going to clap for you. I'm not going to be clapping for you. I'm not going to clap for you. Because what you are doing is inhumane. The spirit of Edgar Chagwa Lungu is tormented. Imagine if it was your relative in the fridge in another country for 2 bloody months. Evil. Very evil. A man died on the 5th of June. Today is the 20 what? He's still in a morgue. And the next court hearing is in August. You cannot liaise with the family and say, I'm not going to be part of it. Evil. Very evil. If nobody is going to condemn you, I will condemn you, Leland Mutambo. Because what you are doing is evil and inhumane. Are you seeing how the widow is still crying? Do you know that umuntu nga bamushika ko chira kumako na kumutima to umuntu nafwa? Chira kumako na kumutima. How does somebody heal the husband is still there in the fridge? Chia! Pathetic. Rubbish. Oh, bomber. You see, government has challenged you. That's what the zombies. You zombies. See, I once said that you were zombieanized. So you zombies, you are clapping. For you to talk like that. After burial, we'll be arresting people. You only have 9 months to forget your seats. And I, Leland Mutambo, will vouch, will make sure I campaign till you are out. You are very ungrateful. We put you there because of mercy. You are jailed 15 times. And you come and revenge. All you're doing is revenging every day. Nonsense. We are tired. We are tired of you and your big English with no results. Big English with no results. You'll be there speaking. Look at the man who was speaking Zambia. Look at the things that Edgar Chagwa Lungu achieved. Can you compare? Can you compare what Edgar achieved? You can't. His legacy is too much. That's why there's even jealousy. Jealousy. Even this man is working, people say, but Tatamwari Bombe. Go and see hospitals. Go and see. You every day is, PF did this. PF stop. Every day talking about the ex. How can you even appoint, is it to have elections 9 months before? We have an MP in Lumezi. Next year you have to stand again. Unless you rig 2026, you Sumzayon. Nobody should even lie to you. Me, I'm telling you the truth because this is what people... Oh, he's the only candidate. Who do you think people can choose? The Zambian people have said, even if there's a coffin on the ballot box, they will vote. That's how bad it is. So if you are listening to those your minions, those zombie people, praising you, Kuribe, Mawina, 2026 is... You can just see from their name, Martin Mwene. By your names, we know. By your names, you will know that Zambia is not for you. Zambia is for everybody. Of course, I'm sweating. You can't see the light. The light makes you sweat. It's hot. It's you, Naslele Wizard. Can't see the light. There's a light there. The light makes you hot. You are sweating like what? Yes, useless. Very useless. I'm allowed to call it useless. Because we cannot vote for useless behavior. On this Edgar Chagwa Lungu's case, you didn't try. Useless. Who are your advisors? You don't even have advisor. You advise yourself. Hey, let's go. And I feel sorry for the Attorney General. He speaks very good English. Oh. You can see he was just sent to go and ask for the body, for the interest of the people. You need to sit down with the people. You need to sit down with the people. Somebody saying 2090. We shall see. If Zambia belongs to your village, we shall see. You are not going anywhere in 2026. Ask me. That is why when Edgar Chagwa Lungu died, many Upnd people were celebrating. Why? The challenger is gone. The challenger is gone. But you don't know that there is somebody else that God is preparing. Okay? What is that? So we should be there every day, fighting. And even never smumba. If you had stayed neutral, sir, if you watch my video, you would have been the next president next year. But you are blind. You are blind. You wanted to eat now. They bought you. You could have just been independent. Speaking by next year, sir, you would have been a president. Lilan Mutambo, tell Dr. Never Smumba. Lilan Mutambo said, in 2026, if this man had not been bought, been given position, and is a Mushani Nabwali, he would have been a president next year. Because he was thinking of today, politics of the belly, to eat now. That's why he will not be president. You understand? No matter what, we cannot disgrace ourselves with this useless behavior by fighting for body in South Africa. Useless. Yes, Ruth, useless. Get out. Useless. You're very useless. Useless. Embarrassing. To go and fight for a body. I'll talk. Didn't be no call people chumutwe. So I can't call anything useless. The behavior is useless. If you like, go and tell whoever to arrest me. I don't give a shit. I can't even speak. You understand? We are, even if there's a coffin, we are voting for 2026. Even if there's a chair, we are voting. As long as it's not Haka in the Ichilema. Because your behavior is too much. With your big English. Big English. You talk here. No, not even one building. We only saw toilets being opened somewhere and some buildings of Edgar Lungu that he left that we commissioned. We are not talking about those things. Because we are loyal to you. But now, we will start telling you off. Okay, so show me. Show me where you're working. Show me where they're working. We should be clapping for you. Look at this. Muchona Hakuna. Now I was expecting to come and pay. Look at that. Just from the name. Certain people with the politics, the police, you'll be arrested. Saibala, not in my house. You don't pay my bills, I should fear Saibala for who? So I've said my own. Munir Zulu, sir, I'm proud of you. Because of you and your stance, they had to make sure they pushed you out of parliament. But even when you're in jail, Bill 7 has fallen. Ya Gwagudum, Gudum. Gudududum. It has fallen. That is how UPND will fall next year. Gudum. UPND Gudum. Before you realize, unless you rig. But all I know is 2026 UPND is a one party, one term. Unless you rig. Unless you rig. And you know why I will say these things? So that the president should be awakened to say, where are we making a mistake? Let's jump in quickly. It's 9 months. You are too comfortable. You are too comfortable. You think, you are Edgar Wafa. So now, that's it. Nobody. You are too comfortable. If the alliance come together, the Zambians will vote for anything. The Zambians said anything that is there. Coffin, chair, mpoto, mbwiri, anything they'll vote. So how do you change? By start showing Ubuntu. Now, in this case, your friend is in the morgue till August, punishing him in his death. Mlekwata ko say. And you think a villager in Mansa, in Kapiri, wherever, will just be looking and say, hey, my president. No. I'm not going to, I'm not going to court with any idiots. Okay? I'm not going to any court with any idiots. I have a right to speak about the wrongs in my country. So shut up and don't stop me from speaking. Kwasia, is that why they brought cyber law that we cannot speak? I will speak. President Hakainde Hichilema and his administration are total failures. Failures. That's why they are taking time to fight for a dead body. Because they are failures. Pathetic. You embarrass us even to international media. You think we're happy? Malawans are even making memes. Posting at Wamukanira kumubaringa ku South Africa nipuera ku Malawi. Is that nice? When we stood for Edgar for Hakainde Hichilema, we made sure we voted for a person who is learned, who speaks good English. Not big English. And you are doing things like somebody who's not well educated in UK. We are proud of you when you speak. But the actions, they are not impressive. They are not. Why didn't you go even with your wife? You cannot go because you are bitter. You are bitter. You are still angry about the 15 times arrest. You are complaining about 15 times arrest. Nelson Mandela was in the jail for 27 bloody years. And he's still reconciled with the white people. You, 15 times, 9 months, 1,228 days. Your friend was there for 27 years. Count 27 years of your life. You had been a graduate. You are even working. You have your business. 27 years in prison. That's a whole life gone. And you are complaining, comparing and contrasting. 4 years in position. Your competitor or your rival dies. Tutu Angolube, his death is mysterious. And I'm sure it's foul play. Wanawakwi, denied medication. Denied hospital. She's dead. Edgar Lungu, denied. Dropped off from the planes. He is dead. And him too. Suspicious things are surrounding his death. And we should be clapping. We should be clapping. Because Edgar Lungu is in the morgue. How do you even sleep, you are UPND? How do you even eat? Yonshima. Umunenu na la la. Mufriji abene. Mule kwata mano. This is not Ubuntu. Umunenu Edgar na la la. Mufriji abene. Tule mitote la pati mwa mupawa. No. It's too much. No. It's too much. Mule kwata ko luse. Mule kwata ko luse. Mule kwata ko luse. Mule kwata ko luse. Mama esta walelila. Mule sekana kuseka mama platform yenu. Kazila walelila. Mule sekana kuseka mama platform yenu. Mwali Sulemanda. without any family was there. Imakule mafilemi sekesha. But amwishi wefe mlevi ala pachalo cha Zambia. Tamwishi wefe mlevi ala pachalo cha Zambia. Ifanga tulelanda kumone vile chitika future ya Zambia. Inkondo mwatampa. Ama prophets na bamiewe la pota mle umfa. Ama prophets na bamiewa. Ikata neni. Batuta mule umfa. Mlefu afe ukula tinta na fye mchalo chawe. Regardless of how you mock me, I cried like this when Hakainde Hichilema was being traumatized. I'm not a person who will favor anybody. But in this case, you should have mercy on that family. As a family, we are Zambian people. Zambia is our country. We can speak together. You guys can dialogue. And Edgar Chagwa Lungu can have a state burial. But not where you have taken it, Kukot. What you are doing is very embarrassing. This is a big humiliation to the family. Whatever you do, Hakainde Hichilema, you are sowing a seed. And as a mother of Zambia, as a mother from Zambia, I'm telling you this, you're sowing a negative seed on your life. Please, I'm begging you, for the sake of even the prophecies that have come out, I'm begging you, please, go and reconcile with your family. Go and reconcile with your family. Those people are your family. They have been the first family before. Your family is now the first family. Go and talk to those people. I don't think I want to have a shupa. Nishi a shupa kutumulefra fukula nisha nyefenga abantu bambi. Landisha na anyway na fiende fe wino. No matter what. Zambia is our country. Uyumse banyo mwaleta pa chaloches tachiwe me. Baletu seka abantu chaloches. Ishikushonse baletu seka. Wanse baletu seka. Chalo chashana abantu baletu. Mleli shabana mayo waleli nakuli ma families nishinge shabala pine chitumbi chaba Edgar chilale muya mu fridge ya ku South Africa ba Edgar bali ku South Africa ulia bali weka muya mu fridge at least ngana tuwe Chicago twala umfana mwina to at least na balala mu chibote eno twala nishanya no mbatala bashane tafishupire muleko safia mitima. Ushamwadu kwa tabana maya mubamba na bena. Mama mutinta mbegi nyuma. You are a mother of our country, Zambia. I stood for you when people were saying all sorts of things. They would even mock that your husband would never be a president. And I said it boldly that your husband would be a president one day. And today you are in State House. I am begging you. Please, I'm begging you for the sake of tomorrow. I don't want to remember this video one day and say I told you. It's never too late. It's never too late to reconcile. At least Mama Esther is alive. Speak to her. Speak to her as your fellow sister, as a woman. We are Zambian women. We should see our mothers getting along. Politics should not separate us. Because of politics, we have now not even having umutima. No. Kwaten koluse ba Edgar balale bwino muchibote. Kwaten koluse ingiriani mo ba Edgar nomba tukala kuma court mu August 2025 umuntu afwira mu June, July, August 2 months mu fridge yabene. This has never happened to Mother Zambia. And this is a negative seed that is being sowed. Umupashi wa kwa satana uishile pachalo chesu tufire tu autoba. Regardless, inenshidi na interested nefyama politics nefyama what. I'm not even going to be around when you people are voting. But what I'm saying is it is wrong for our country to spend so much money fighting for a dead body. I'm just imagining if this man was my father. How would I feel being stopped to bury this man? How would I feel being stopped to bury this man? It's unfair. On this one, President Hakainde Hichilema, you have messed up. Melami mfishana wina abantu apa Facebook. Abantu abenge abale tutumina namafona bale idisha nyaba kudire abakumishi balelanda. Balelanda. Hakainde Hichilema nishu munobe ulekana talale muchibote. Family nganabalanda stay away like Walewanika said. Stay away. Unless you people reconcile like I've said. And of course, like I said, to alanshanya so that mwaba pamo mwampa na pamo. Davide moneka bwino. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good what is happening about our country. It doesn't look good. Anybody who's laughing and mocking, you can laugh because Edgar Lungu is not your father. I've lost my father before. And I know how painful it is to lose a dad. It is not a nice feeling. That is your blood. You lose your own flesh and blood. It's very painful to lose a parent. And it's nothing to do with comedy or anything as you are laughing. This is a serious matter. It's an embarrassment what we are going through as Zambian people and how people are even calling me from different countries. Have you seen what is happening to your country? Remember, I'm in the diaspora with different nationalities as friends. And they are asking these questions. Why can't your people dialogue? Why can't your people speak together? This is what I've been asking for from the beginning. Let us work together. How much money are they going to spend for Edgar Chagwa to be lying in a mortuary in South Africa? I've never cried before on media, but I'm crying. I only cried when I had a dream about Hakainde Hichilema, because I love Hakainde Hichilema so much and he knows it. And therefore, when I see things are going wrong, as a person who loves him, I need to speak about it so that he sees and we can look at better things. President Hakainde Hichilema, when you retire, I don't want to hear that anybody is persecuting you, sir. When you retire, President Hakainde Hichilema, and anyone is persecuting you, sir, I, Lilian Mutamba, I vouch for you. I will speak for you. That is why I don't want this thing to carry on. Because already, Nabami Pingila, you cannot see. They will smile for you. Even some people who are with you, they are not with you, sir. I'm telling you this. Dr. Edgar Chagwa had so many people around him. When he lost power, how many people were surrounding him? Many people betrayed him. But church in the minomba. Never betray abantebo mudinabo. Jumpa from A to B to C to D. I am begging you, regardless of whatever you people have gone through, forgive each other. Forgive each other. Once mwadi rufianya tatukana. But tufumiani kofwa mazambia nefo mwapita mwe mwabiri. We understand you. 15 times prison. We understand why Esther na wena badi na mchifungo. Badi mwadi wakakide wa Esther. Badi maseos na wena chireka lipa kumutima. Remember that she's the next of king kudwa Edgar. Lomba nenu welelo. Okay. Ba mama mtinta. Tapaya ba mikakako mayo. Bati ba muka lungu badi wakakide. Badi wakakide ba muka lungu. Ba mama mtinta. Ichalo chibi. Ichalo chibi. Mama mtinta ichalo chibi. Mama mtinta, I cried for you when people were treating your husband badly. I'm a person who is very fair and just. Mama mtinta, tetingu for wina mairo. Mbana mularira na futi mama. I'm begging you, mommy. I'm begging you, mommy. I'm begging you, mommy. Demilomba mami. Ufane nifye ngabantu nsefye. Ufane nifye ngabantu nsefye. Demilomba mami. Bantu nga mwafuma pandemi eba. Nga mwafuma po. Abantu naba mipingila. Tebufi. We'll get back to this video. And I'll remind you, Mama, I told you. Delomba, anyone who's close to the family, Please, mommy, I'm begging you. Umsebanya pali Zambia wachila. Umsebanya pali Zambia wachila. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Shua munenu nala ala mchi wote mumfriji ku South Africa. I buried my father last year in America. And I know how it is, to bury a parent in a foreign country. I buried my other dad in Zambia. I know how it is. But all these things, if you like, it's all about one thing. Ufaneni. Before Zambia, kwa isabantu. Mukaya bonse, Zambia mukaisha. Dishi nanshi mukasha pali Zambia. Atawa na litwala Edgar, ichitumbi. Ku South Africa, ku court. Bani. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. At least, even if you don't listen to me, listen to the prophecy of wise man Daniel. Listen to the prophecies that have been said even by Joshua Iginla. Joshua Iginla used to say, don't persecute that man. Leave him. Even Amufa Shua, you are still persecuting this man, Shua. We can do better. We can do better. We can do better. This is not the Zambia we wanted. This is not the Zambia I know. This is not the Zambia I know. I'm wanting yabane. There's Zambia yesui. There's Zambia onaishwe. Muchalo chabeni. Ba Edgar na balala muchalo chabeni. Ba Edgar na balala muchalo chabeni. By 23rd last week, Monday. Monday. That's why I shika ba Edgar. Fish ever to let it and every day. Pamubid. Fish ever to let it and every day. Mr. President, you can't any fear. Okay? You can't any fear that will fight to make up children. Feel like the car. Tomorrow I'm busy. I'm going to come to Kuchalo. What now, Amita? I live in the diaspora. And I know how it feels. Then we Zambians, we go there. All of a 5-10. And I know it's just because South Africa pep. Imagine if Edgar Lungu died in the UK or America like Wasan. Ngachalishan mweban. Ngachalishan. At least South Africa maybe mazembe baenda uko UK kwa mavizo ngachilishan. You think all those people we saw would have flown? They got a paid for next of kin. Maybe 3 people. We have seen people to amushika mlumenda alifwila alishire kuna as a student as Zambian guy. Feka mazambian strike alongan. Let him be buried home where you be wakabalira buino once if you kabalira fe buino. But chisha shu papa is because of efo muleamba na lyonse. Tamulefayo kumfana ngabantunze. My politics fair. You tried how many times to be a president? 5 times. The same people and at the end of the day, today you are even eating with them today. And then tomorrow you are no longer a president. Because they know now no more. Unless you want to come back and recontest. Therefore, this is not how it should be. We can do better, Zambia. It's not even about laughing at, no. I'm not here for any drama or anything. But I'm here to tell you this. Edgar Chagwa Lungu's spirit is angry. Mufriji mwatalala. Wangani wa wiswe watu wapekala. Tuwaekala no kukala tuwadadwa mufriji. 2 months. After 2 months, because what if on the 18th of August, we go there, and the South African court says December. Tukachashani mwebantu. Awe. Therefore, Chaba, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Regardless of whatever differences, let's be fair. Okay, let's be fair. I've spoken a lot of things. It's up to you. This video, I'll download it and put it to YouTube. And one day we will look back and say, we told you. Do the right thing now before it's too late. August is too far. The court date does not mean you cannot cancel and say, we'll dialogue with the family. That's just giving you time to submit your whatever you want to submit there. But here, this is the family against the government. The family wins in this case because we've had a Angolan president or general buried there and he was exhumed later. Exhuming somebody is not a nice thing to do, you know, because we have already forgotten, we have buried this person. And now we want to go and exhume him and rebury him. No matter what, let's work together as a family. No matter what, Fiachila, it's even embarrassing. So guys, that's what I wanted to say today. You can talk about how Boma are celebrating, but know that tomorrow will come and these cyber laws you've put, another government will come in and they will make it even tougher because the seed has been sown. So we need to stop this now. So that we stop these things now. The future for Zambia will be better. And people will say the youths are not ready. The youths are the most selfish people. They betray each other anytime. The youths are even dangerous to put in any position. Until the youths get ready when they are 60 years. I don't think Zambia is ready for young people at the moment. I don't think so. Okay. I like it when I see a brother like this one, Hamalangwa, saying, "God deeper, Mama, thank you, my brother." These are people who understand the fight that we're fighting for here. Okay? This is a fight that we're fighting for. So we have to stand together as one and appreciate the fact that Zambia will never be for anybody unless we stand together united and it will belong to us. The pride that we are having, the Upnd are having, is not nice at all. Okay? Pastors cannot say anything. Somebody saying, what's happening to pastors? Some pastors, they say something, they are being attacked, Daniela. Okay? So, I'm begging you, okay? Regardless, somebody saying, as the first lady, I think she's the first person who was supposed to visit my Esther. I talk from my videos. I talked about this. Okay? Ale chirironga ta mulashika charifina. God help the Lungu. I'm telling you, Chomba. It's painful. Okay? It's painful. Eric, I'm not supporting any opposition. I am standing for the Zambian people and speaking the truth as it is. Regardless of what is going on. We cannot be watching these things happening and ignore them in our Zambia. Okay? All right. So, guys, somebody saying you are insulting the Lungu family. I never insulted the Lungu family. It was appropriate at that time to tell them off. I've said this before. Even my Bowman, I've told him off. Most of these people, I've told them off. Okay, if they're doing something wrong, we tell them off. President Hakainde is doing something wrong, I tell him off. And I told Tarsila even in person when I met her. I said, Tarsila, where was your voice when so many things were happening in Zambia? Today we've heard you even speak about this and that. Wow. So Tarsila, you can speak. And she said she never even knew certain things were happening. That's how it is. Even Hakainde Chilema cannot know. Because when you're in the position, people will tell, no, don't worry. They will not know. President Lungu even confessed and said these things. Everything I said, President Lungu confessed himself. And for you to be targeting me and posting me on pages, it means you are feeling my weight. I have told you today, okay? I have told you today. And I'll end here. Tomorrow, we are waiting for you to make a difference. Monday, Tuesday. Then, somebody said, imagine the president's wife is so quiet. Yeah, she's very quiet. Tomorrow, we'll make a difference. We'll see if there's a difference that has been made. And we will celebrate you, sir. Oh, you've done a good thing. But if you decide to be the way you are fighting with the family, go ahead. Fight with the family. And for what we know with the South African court, the family will be given the body. That's how it is. And then what is all this spending taxpayers' money? It's not necessary. Do the right thing. Otherwise, there's an open grave in Zambia. Remember that life is spiritual. An open grave is not a good sign. Okay, so we cannot just look at it and say, it's okay, Edgar will lie there. And remember, when you dig a grave, family member should be there. No family member was there. Anyway, guys, see you later. Somebody say, just look at the names of people in South. Yeah, I can see. Oh, thank you. Someone like Tuambo, I like you. He said, hey, church doesn't listen. Hey, church, you listen, no. Sir, listen, no. Listen. Oh, yesterday, is it today I've seen my neighbors trying to launch his party. MMD finished party. Listen, no, my church, listen. These people that you're dining with, I'm telling you, they are all eyeing your seat. But Edgar Lungu lived to regret. He lost his seat. Now he wanted to come back. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. Himself, he said it. He said, there were so many things that were happening and I did not listen. Listen, sir. Listen. You know, persecuting the deceased. He was blocked at the airport. Blocked to be buried again. What type of vengeance is this? This is CK Evaristo. Honestly. Huh? Honestly. Somebody saying, Tuka Kolela Mayo, even in December, maybe Kutuba, maybe I'm talking about things. Somebody said, my husband was so born, but when I talk to him, he used to understand. Yeah, people are born from different regions. We leave vengeance to God. Somebody said, I'm crying on the part of one of us being in a morgue for a long time and family ever mourning as long as he is not put to rest. Yeah, let the church come on board. Honestly, after all the dialogue with Banda and other people, you came and started changing things. So guys, Daniela, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Otherwise, me. See you on another video. It's very embarrassing what is going on.